Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to Feed the Beast Infinity. Last time, still having some trouble getting the turning table to work, but I think I've found the answer. So I worked out on the last video that in order to get the turning table to work, I actually needed to build the electric kinetic generator, which I did. However, if you actually right click on the generator, and that should be connected up to power. I'm not sure why it doesn't look like it's got a cable going into it, but it says it does have power. But as you can actually see, it says that it doesn't have any energy transmitted, and that's because it needs motors. It doesn't actually have any motors in there. So that's the issue that we've got. We need to add an electric motor, and I just hadn't realised that. So that's what we're going to go ahead and do. And we'll see if we can get this mining laser done once and for all. So the electric motor should be the same as the one we actually built to put in the electric kinetic generator, which is 2 tin item casings and an iron ingot. So let's grab 1 tin and an iron ingot. Let's go and get the item casings first. That should be relatively straightforward. We want that in rolling mode. And then, of course, we need to build the 2 coils again, which is going to be 2 more iron and a load of copper cables. So 2 more iron, and we're now going to be short on copper cables. We do have some copper ingots left, so we shall get some more of those. So what I'm going to do is I am going to put this tin plate through here again, and then start putting all of the copper that I've got through the former. And obviously I've got different types of copper, so I'm going to have to put them through one at a time. So I shall be back shortly. Okay, so there we go. That gives us 17 copper cables. We only technically need 16, I think. So we should be good to go. So let's get rid of the rest of those copper bars and go over to the turning table. Well, not the turning table, the crafting station. So we need the 2 of the iron ingots in there, and then we need to do that twice. That gives us the 2 copper coils. You can go back in there. And then it was the iron ingot there. The copper coils go either side, and the tin item case is top and bottom. That gives us the electric motor. So the electric motor, we need to go around to the back here so we can put that in. So let's go ahead and do that. And there we go. We now have 100 KU. So we can go up to 1000 KU by putting in more motors. I'm hoping we only need the 1. We've certainly got the stuff to make more, but I prefer it if we didn't need to. Now let's just have a quick look at the mining laser, because I need to remember what the turning blank needs to be, because we need to get that correct. Because I've only got 1 turning blank and I don't want to mess this up. So it's a 43222. So we are going to need... Excuse me a second. We've got a zombie around somewhere making a lot of noise and I have no idea where it is. Maybe it's downstairs. Well, the Aubrey bushes certainly aren't growing, so I do need to make it dark in here. They've been in there for ages now. Not too sure where that zombie is. It's something we'll have to deal with later. So, what do we want? We want the lathing tool. We want the turning blank. The turning blank goes in first, then the lathing tool, and it needs to be a 4. Nope, still not doing it, is it? So maybe we do need more motors. Somebody did tell me that I would need 3, so that's a possibility. So let's go ahead and waste a lot more copper making some more of these motors. So we've almost done with the last 2 pieces that we need. We've still got a little bit of copper left over. That's the last 2 tin casings. I should now need... what are we going to need? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 iron ingots. So let's start by making the 4 copper coils. Leaves us with 2 of the cables left. And then we want to make ourselves the 2 engines, or the 2 motors. Okay, well, if this doesn't solve the problem, I don't know what will. I might just rage quit if this doesn't work. Or it may be that I've got the machine facing the wrong way around. I did go and change the direction, because in the last video I did change the way it was facing. I went and moved it back around, so I'm not sure which side is the front face. Let's try this again, though. Turning blank, crafting tool. No, still not letting me do it. Okay, let's go ahead and grab the wrench. Let's go around the back and give the machine a bit of a smack. It should be working, so let's give it a thump. There we go. Yeah, it's no longer receiving power. So it's definitely facing in the wrong direction there. Definitely not the right direction. So let's go ahead and we'll take the stuff out of the turning table. We'll lift the turning table up, like so. We'll turn that thing around, and it is still not showing that it's receiving power. That's very strange. It was receiving power before. Let's go ahead and just redo the bit of cable. There we go. Now it's got a cable going into it. I think that's the problem it was having, actually. I think when I turned it around, the cable hadn't reconnected. So maybe we didn't even need the 3 motors. You know, well, you live and learn. Okay. Final attempt. We put this down. And we haven't put the motors back in the thing, which is stupid. But at least it is connected now. But the thing is, I thought it was still getting power because it was still showing it was getting power. But I think the reason for that was it still had some residual power in there, but not enough to actually run the engine or run the machine. So that should hopefully be enough. Let's go ahead. Yeah, it's actually lit up now on the top. It looks like it's doing something. So we want to put in the turning blank. We want to put in the lathing tool. Finally, we need a 3, 2, 2, 2. There we go. And we take our handle. It does some damage to our lathing tool. We get some piles of iron dust. Finally, it has only taken us how many episodes now to do that? So we can now start to work on the mining laser itself. So we need... Right, what do we have here? We know we definitely have this. Do we have the advanced alloys? Yes, we do. We have the handle. We have the circuit. We have the 2 redstone. We actually have the mining laser. Wow, I don't believe it. We've actually, finally, managed to get it. First thing we need to do is go ahead and charge it up. So let's go and drop it into the MFE. It is night time, so let's go and have a quick snooze. Make sure that we've got as much solar power coming in as possible. So I'm going to charge it up. I'm going to show you guys how how the mining laser works. Shouldn't take too long to charge up. It has a 300k storage, which is about the same as the jetpack, I think. The Nano Saber's 160. My pick's almost done, but we won't really need a pick anymore once we've got the mining laser. Now, what you have to remember with the mining laser is, like a lot of things that are from industrial craft and use power, like the jetpack and like the nano armor, is that instead of durability, it uses power. So as we use it, it'll use up more power. Nano Saber's the same, of course. But it won't destroy, it'll just run out of power. Now, it has various different firing modes. I spoke about this in a previous video. It has various different firing modes, and depending on which mode that you use, it will use more or less power. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to grab the jetpack. We will go and do a little bit of mining on this episode because... well, it's high tide that we did some, so let's go ahead and grab that. And we're going to go and find somewhere that we can do a little bit of mining. And we haven't checked on the quarry for a while, so I think what I'm actually going to do is we'll go and have a look how the quarry's doing. And we can actually drop down into the quarry and demonstrate how the mining laser works. Now, first of all, let me see if I can just... Right, okay, so right-clicking fires and left-click is just like a normal attack motion. It used to be M and right-click. Yeah, M and right-click changes the mode. And depending on the mode that you use, will give you the different things that it does. So let me see if I can demonstrate, and we'll use the quarry as an example. So let's just drop down into the quarry. So... first of all, we have mining mode. Mining mode is just a simple shot. Well, too far away. Mining mode will go through a couple of blocks. As you can see, hasn't gone in a perfectly straight line there. And I know this is making a mess of the quarry, but hey-ho. So as you can see, mining mode will fire through, and it goes quite deep. You can see there it's actually gone several blocks in. So that's what mining mode does. Let's just see if we can... Now, it's actually based on distance from yourself. Now, it does go different depths through different types of blocks also. So, depending on what type of block you're going through, for instance, it'll go through dirt much further than it goes through stone. Let's just see if we can... where's my normal pick for the time being? Just because we might as well use it up. And it does mean I can get through here and just pick all this stuff up that the luggage is refusing to. That one can stay there because I don't mind. So, what else have we got? What are the other types of modes that it has? Well, let's go ahead and just put this armor on for a start. Makes it easier jumping around. So, the second type that we have is the low focus mode. Now, low focus does pretty much the same thing that the normal mode does, except it doesn't go as deep. As you can see, it only goes like one block in. So it's not going to be like the normal mining mode where it will actually take out several blocks at a time. The next mode we have is long range. Now, long range uses more power than anything else, and this is great for sniping things. Look how far that travels. If I were to stand against a wall and use this, and we'll use this bit as an example, just look how far that has actually travelled through. I mean, that is quite a few blocks, really. We can sort of go ahead and do the same thing if we jump up here a little bit. It won't go quite as far because I was standing further back. But as you can see, that does go quite a ways through. Let's go back to normal... well, let me go back to the low focus mode for the time being, because I just want to make a gap through here so I can get into this area. Was this actually a cavern? Is there a cavern in here? Oh, these are just some of the previous holes that I made. No, there's a little few holes that I made. Nothing terribly exciting in here. Bit of a marble seam. We can go ahead and grab this stuff. Nice and easy to do. As you can see, it's a lot quicker with the mining laser as well. So that's one of the other modes that it has. That is the long range mode. Very, very useful. I'll probably... I don't know what I'll do with this hole at some point. I'll probably move the quarry along anyway. So that's the other mode. And then we have horizontal. Horizontal is basically the same as the normal mining mode. But what you notice with the normal mining mode, it fires the laser in whichever direction you're pointing. So you can mine in a funny direction. But with horizontal mode, even if you aim slightly off, it will only fire horizontally. Now, at the moment, as you can see, it doesn't always work as it should do. But you can't... You see, even if I fire up... it still fires horizontally. It is a little bit... you have to actually point it at a block for it to work properly. And apparently there are a few bugs with it in this version of Feed the Beast, but it seems to work. A couple more modes that we have. We have Superheat. Now, what Superheat does is if you have a block type that can be turned into something, it will turn it into that automatically. So, for example, I don't think we've got any type of ore here that we can use, but... what have we got there? That's salt. If we used it, for example, on... normally when you mine stone, you would get cobblestone. But if we use Superheat on stone, it will actually give us stone. If we use Superheat on... say we found some copper ore or something. If we used Superheat on the copper ore, it would actually give us a copper ingot. If we use Superheat on sand, it would give us glass. So it's the same as actually smelting it. If you use Superheat. So that's quite useful. The other... oh, that's because I was holding control when I shouldn't have been. As you can see now, we've actually turned the dirt into dried dirt here. Which wasn't something I intended to do. But that just shows what the Superheat mode actually does. Then we've got Scatter. Now, Scatter mines in a 5x5 sort of area. So if I fire at this coal here, as you can see... Scatter does a lot of damage. Up close, it's going to be more effective. But as you can see, Scatter makes a lot of mess. So be prepared to have a world like Swiss cheese if you want to use the Scatter mode. So we've gone ahead and made a little bit of a mess there. What other modes do we have? And we have Explosive mode. Now, Explosive mode should speak for itself. it goes with a boom. And does quite a bit of damage. Very effective if you want to use it as a weapon. But that does use quite a bit of power. So we'll be avoiding explosive mode as much as possible and sticking with either the low focus mode or the mining mode, because those are the most effective modes if you just want to do some mining. As you can see, we just want to get this coal here. We've set the luggage on fire. That's fine. He can burn a bit. He'll be all right. If he wouldn't insist on standing on stuff that I was trying to mine, he wouldn't have nearly as many problems as he does. Will you please get off that luggage? Just leave it alone, yeah? And there we go, we have got our coal. So that's how the mining laser works. And we've taken a bit of damage, so let's just pick up all these little bits, and then we'll fly back to the house. And we're going to go, we're actually going to go mining in the house. Let me just go in here, because it'd be nice to try and get some of these, might as well pick up these blocks. As you can see, though, it does mean that, yeah, it has completely Swiss cheesed this place. It's made a little bit of a mess. I might come in and fill these in at some point, just because it'll really upset my OCD. But I probably won't. So let's go ahead and get out of here. I took the jetpack off, so let's go ahead and put that back on. And I'll go back to the house. Ooh. Also, try and make sure you don't have the laser selected when you're opening and closing doors, particularly if you're running it on explosive mode. Let's go ahead and get rid of a lot of the junk that we have as well. Right, we've got zombies. This is a really good example. Which mode are we in? We don't want long range. Mining mode's actually fine. Now, also, different modes do different amounts of damage as well. You'll find that it does set things on fire, which is nice. You'll actually find that the long-range mode does a lot more damage. Long range, I think, does about 5 or 6 hearts of damage, whereas normal mining laser mode does about 3 hearts of damage. But it is very, very useful for... I mean, as you can see, he's probably a little bit too far away. But if we just go into long range... That did a lot of damage to him. And the good thing about long range as well is that if you're using it to snipe things, it doesn't actually... it won't go through. If it hits something, that's where it'll stop. So we could try and hit that guy down there. We'll probably... Yep, set him on fire. There we go. 2 shots and he's already dead. So it's particularly useful. Here's a guy, look. 1 shot, he's still alive. 2 shots, he's dead. So it is a very, very effective weapon. But remember, long range mode uses more power than anything else. So you do have to be careful. We did hit him, even though he's in the water. Now that one missed him. That's going to just dig a big hole. That one should probably hit him. Now, see what I'm doing now is just digging holes through the ground. So you do have to be careful. Let us go back to mining mode, because that's what we are here for. And try and get down somewhere. I think I used to have a route down, but that route down appears to have disappeared. And I'm a little bit skeptical about just barreling off the edge here. In fact, so much so, what I'm going to do is go upstairs, because it's slightly easier... It sounds weird, but it's slightly easier to get down by going up. And in fact, I'm going to go through here, because this is where I was mining before. Lots of this quartz, I'm in normal mining mode here, which I probably don't want to be in. Something nasty around. We want to be in low focus mode, probably. So let's go back into low focus mode. And this makes it really easy just digging stuff out. Lots of marble and stuff down here. Don't really need the salt. What have we got? Aluminum, yeah, we can have that. Let's grab the aluminum ore. And we've got a skeleton down here. Now, we can't really hit him with the mining laser at this range. This is the only problem, is it's a little bit tricky having to switch between them. But as you will see, this is a lot more effective than having to use the... he's on fire now. Ow! Dropped me onto an oreberry bush. Oh, I've got one behind me, apparently. Well, you're armoured, but you're going to die very quickly. Right, who else is shooting me? Oh, you! Where did you come from? But as you can see, it's much better than a bow because it fires much more quickly. Let's go ahead and grab all of these. So I have been down here before. This is where I was exploring when I came down here last time. What mode are we on now? We want to be on low focus. It's a shame I keep missing it. I think there is a way of going back through ones you've already selected, but I can't remember what it is. So we can go ahead and get this quartz. We probably don't need to. We have loads of quartz, actually, but aluminum's always nice to have. So we'll grab that where we can. As you see, it makes mining really, really quick. Let us go ahead and grab this stuff. Nice and easy. Always keeping our eye on how much charge we have left on the mining laser, of course. There we go. Now, found some copper down here. And another... Have I been down here before? There's some light down there. So we've got this Aubrey bush as well. Looks like we've got something around. So this gives me a good opportunity to demonstrate Superheat Mode. Before I do that, let's just go ahead and get this easy and plentiful supply of coal. And we'll get that as well. I believe this is the equivalent of a diamond pick, and we'll mine just about anything. So I'm going to put it into Superheat Mode. And if we find something like these copper ores here and fire at the copper ore, it actually gives us copper ingots. So Superheat Mode uses a fair bit of power, but it actually saves you having to smelt anything. Now, I'm not going to use that anymore. And the reason for that is, of course, because we're not getting the double yield from it like we would be if we were putting it in our macerator. I'm actually setting the luggage on fire at the minute because he's being an idiot and standing in the wrong place. And I think low focus really should be the default setting for this mining laser. But it isn't. It defaults to mining, which the problem with mining, as you've noticed, is it does have a bit of a range and it can take a few blocks out. But the other good thing as well, because it's a single shot, you can mine just as quickly underwater with it. And if you need to take something out in the ceiling with a jump shot, you can do that. Obviously, you can't do that with mining because you have to continuously pick at something, but as you can see, mining stuff is just so much easier with the mining laser, and this is the reason why I absolutely love this. It's one of my favourite things from Industrial Craft 2. You can still use it on low focus mode. Now I'm on fire. It doesn't do quite as much damage on low focus mode, but it certainly does the job. Got some more iron. Not running short of iron at the moment, but we'll get as much of it as we can. There's a bit more up there. Lots of zombies and nasty things around, but let's go ahead and get the rest of that. We have ourselves another zombie friend. Now then, how far do we want to go up here? Ooh, didn't want to fall down there, did I? Should have been being a little bit more careful. Let's get over here. Obviously, I have been up here before, as we can see. We'll continue to get the coal. It's actually diamonds that I want. Wow, that's a lot of coal. It's actually diamonds that I probably need more than anything right now. Obviously, it has been mentioned to me that there is a machine that allows you to fabricate diamonds. We'll be looking at that at some point. Let's go ahead and grab that. Didn't quite pick it up. I don't think I need all that much aluminium. I think I've actually got quite a bit of it back at the tower, but it's always nice picking up this quartz as well. Now, I did say that I was going to do some stuff with applied Energistics, which I am. And don't worry too much about... what was that? Is that tin? Yes, get the tin. Don't worry too much about the luggage, because he is actually invincible. Yes, you can set him on fire, but he'll be fine. So as long as he stays out of the way, generally we're good. Okay, so that's all of that stuff. I guess we could go ahead and grab whatever these bushes are. Copperberry, yeah, we should probably grab some of these. And what have we got up here? We've got some mushrooms. Let's go ahead and grab some more of the aluminium. Luggage. Didn't mean to right click on you there. We can go and get the appetite. Not that I'm short of that, but that's what we use for fertilizer in the multi-farm. And here is another area of the chasm, and I'm being shot. Oh, by you. Okay, so let's go for long range. He is dead. So, as you can see, it's a very, very nice tool. Do I want to jump into the lava? I'm going to go with no. Not on this occasion. Do I want to go further down? Probably do, actually. Well, it looks like luggage is going in. If only luggage would actually get involved in the fights. Land in the water. This makes things a little bit safer for us. Also makes things a little bit safer for me because I'm less likely to burn. Right, you should be dead now. Okay, still a fair bit of life in the mining laser, actually. He hasn't missed much. Sounds like there's an Enderman around somewhere. You can see I have been down here before because I've placed torches. We've got another one of these angry zombies. You should be easily killable, though. There we go. Let's go ahead and grab these things. Very nice. Looks like we've managed to set luggage on fire again. Skeleton with an enchanted bow. Don't think that's the only skeleton around somehow. How are you still alive? Looks like we've got a witch here as well. I really don't like witches. We are going to go into... Oh, I've gone past it. We are going to go into long range. That bat scared the crap out of me then. I'm going to try and snipe that witch if we can. Not even sure if I'm hitting her, to be honest. Yeah, I am doing because she's dead. Let's go back into low focus mode. Got a creeper down there. Yeah, there's definitely still a skeleton around. Get out of the way, luggage. You're not helping matters. Okay, we've got a wither cat. Now, those are things that we don't like. Let's try and set that on fire if we can. I don't want the creeper to blow if we can help it. They do seem to be having some problems with the water. Which is one of the things that we are still happy about with Minecraft, that they never managed to fix, is the fact that mobs still can't jump up against water flows. Of course, I've got to be careful because I don't want to get stuck in it myself. These wither cats do an amazing amount of damage to you. Of course, what I should be doing is not wasting power and just using the nano saber where possible. So I should probably just do that. Oh, look, we have another witch. And there's an Enderman around somewhere because I can hear him. Okay, witchy witch. Oh, 2 witches. Have we got an entire coven down here? Going to be taking a little bit of damage now because we're poisoned. Let's go ahead and just make sure we've eaten as much food as we can. This poison is really starting to hurt. This could kill me. Don't kill me. Wow, it wore... Is it? Did it? Wow. 2 seconds left. If it wasn't for the fact that I hadn't eaten there, I would have died. The only reason I came back home is I thought I don't want to have to go all the way down there to collect all my stuff. What level are we actually at? Level 32, so we are probably quite too high up to find diamonds anyway. So what I'm going to do in that case is I'm going to come down a little bit. And instead of sort of mining out some of the areas that have already been, let's sort of go down a bit lower where we can. Silver ore. I really should get that. Silver, silver, silver. Yellowite. Now, I did say that I was going to do some applied energistics, and I am. Now, some people have suggested that I do need better power in order to do applied energistics, and there's been the mention of big reactors. So I shall probably go ahead and try and get some reactors. I haven't messed with the big reactors mod yet, so I don't know too much about that. So that's probably something that I will be doing. So what are we down to here? We are down to level 16, so we are kind of down to the sort of level where we would expect to find diamonds and stuff like that and redstone. So let's just do a little bit of mining here with the laser. We've instantly already found gold. So as you can see, this is why you might want to use the laser on horizontal mode, because if you're using it on mining laser mode and you right click, sometimes you do end up doing this and sort of digging down, whereas you may have been intending to sort of dig across. So you do have to be careful. Of course, it's also very easy to strike lava. Ah, we found redstone. Fantastic. quite a bit of redstone down here. Some lead ore. And I'll do my usual thing. I know it's a little bit cheaty, but when I've got some stuff, I will teleport out just because it's a little bit quicker than having to make my way all the way back to the base. We've got some more silver ore. Let's go ahead and take that out. Of course, the problem with doing this is you often don't make yourself tunnels that are easy to climb through, and you end up with like this little sort of Swiss cheese network. There's another big vein of redstone. Obviously be careful because it's very easy to break through into an area that has lava. So be careful with that. A lot of coal in here. Lot of redstone actually. Wow, a lot of redstone. Normally you only find redstone in areas where there is near the lava. Got some yellowite ore. Got some more redstone. Let's get rid of some more of the stone. Just trying to make sure that I pick up all of the coal and the redstone, really. But yeah, I think that's about as much as I'm going to get out of here. I don't know where... Oh, there's luggage. I knew it was around somewhere. Let us dump something. Let us dump the dirt blocks, and we can make sure we pick up the luggage. And yeah, not too bothered about the rest of this stuff. It'll all despawn in time, so I'm going to teleport back to base. I'm going to empty all of my bags because we have been going for quite some time. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you are still enjoying Feed the Beast Infinity. This has been a little bit of a longer episode, but at least we finally got that mining laser to work. So I'll see you guys on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.